Kiingereza da. Mkiniona natoka jasho kumjue ni lugha. They could have not really made a wise choice of a speaker today when it came to me. My brother Jumanne called me and said, we have a very great panel. It's full of very smart people. And we thought of mixing it up. So are you in? so I am here to represent the intelligently challenged ones. And henceforth, it is what is going to happen. So you have seen the new parents when they're telling you about the first time they've seen their child walk. And they say, I couldn't believe it. It was so magical. Walking. I think we all can walk. But with the same reason, if I would like you to show the same enthusiasm if it happens that I stumble and say something very sensible today, because that would really likely not happen within the course of this thing. I'm told to come up here and say something about young people, youth. Yeah, something about how to unleash their potential in the creative economy. But what is young? That keeps changing, doesn't it? Yeah, because when you ask people nowadays, what is young? They say, it depends. What does it depend? The funding. It depends on the funding. How old does the funding say you have to be? Well, it says you have to be, below 25. Yeah, I could be. So the youth and the young people keep changing time to time, so we're not really sure. It's only when getting up from your chair is harder than walking, you cannot call yourself young anymore, and you actually don't even call yourself old as well, you just call yourself wise. And it's called rebranding. That's a very good thing. In this case right now, we have so many things that are hindering the development of young people. Me, given as an example, I like solving problems at the core most of the time. And when I work with my team, they always ask me, how is it that when we work with you, or when you're around, we don't seem to incur any problems? Well, it's because I solve them before they happen. You have to foresee a problem happening. As my brother who came here before, he called it prediction. Okay, that is what I have to do. I am the human AI, as I have to predict the problems of the situation before they happen. And people think everything is happening very, in a good way. And solving that, you have to solve the mindset of the people. Well, why do we keep having, this thing is very expensive to host. It's you have to get the chairs, the banners, the people. Ambassador has traveled 100 kilometers to come here and speak of the same things that we know every year. It's the same thing that we come back and say, why did we speak about it last time? We have to repeat it again today. But we actually agreed last time. Why do we keep making it hard for it to happen? Mindsets. And I'm really glad he mentioned the fact of sim banking, because now that puts me on a very good example. Most people who are in the success place, they do find the need to safeguard their interest more than seeing the future that is going to happen, whether we like it or not. It's like the theory of evolution by primates, and you have the monkey, and then you have the other one. You have the other one. I don't remember them. I didn't study for that. You have the other one, and then you have the Homo erectus. You have the Zinjanthropus. And then you have that other one. And there was this picture that depicted the last one just turned and is like, we're not going to move forward anymore. That is what is happening on the countries and these positions these days. You just have somebody who does not want to see the future that's being forthcoming, and they just want to safeguard the interest of what is happening right now. But that's still going to happen. So this is an issue that we have to face to be able to convince people that This is going to help you if we have to convince you. So I'm going to strike an example. My name is Idris. I'm going to create a film. What is the name of the film? The film is called Star Wars. Yeah, what is this Star Wars about? This Star Wars is about it's a very, mythical, about people from space. Have we been to space as the country? No, we've not been to space. So what are you talking about? What are we going to do? Well, it's still going to be about space. People are going to be people, and some people are going to be animals, and some animals, so it's going to be a very good film, regardless. How does that benefit me? Okay, I'm going to try. So the film is going to be successful. After it's very successful, you, as the person of a second industrial revolution, I do believe you still have a steam engine? Yeah, very good for you. Let's use that as an example. So we are going to help you create merchandise. What do you have? Cotton? What do you have? Wood? You have all these things. That's very good. Let's create merchandises of Star Wars, the film. Create t-shirts, create pencils, create books, exercise books. I don't think even these kids do exercise regardless. It's still exercise. Exercise books, all these are merchandises that you still create. But my thing is just going to be entertainment. But now that you do not want to develop my industry as a creative industry, you have no space to create more things because people have lacked interest in your area of expertise as buying pencils because they still have Star Wars and they cannot create all these things. I have to show you all these things are going to happen and you will be the one to benefit from them, for you to see that me being a creative person is going to work for the future because, well, money is going to be in your pocket, isn't it? That's the only way we're going to succeed. So if I'm going to have to do anything right now, I have to step forward and see how my new invention is not only going to benefit my generation, but also the generation that does not see the importance of what I am doing as a filmmaker. Culture, exclusivity, no inclusivity. We can't have that. The same people who are going to be blocking the development of my creativity are the same people that were blocked by people before. This is like something you have to inherit moving forward. You have somebody who blocks something, they are going to block the same thing. Great example, you have a child, you're feeding them with a spoon, and what do? You just go, shee. What are you trying to say? That's a plane? Because they have a really good imagination. It's quite abundant. They can see a plane from a spoon, and you know they can do that. That is the great magical mind of the youth. We are so abundant in seeing things where they were not. Well, back in the days, we used to call it witchcraft, but now it's all innovation. It's just a whole different thing, rebranding. So moving forward with that, we have to see all these things in that way for us to be able to move forward. But then when you get to an older age, then you're so limited with your thinking because so much has not happened moving forward. You see, nothing is going to be able to work. So you start limiting your own mind. And anybody who is going to be younger than you coming forward, the first thing you're just going to be saying to them, hivi vitu vinaenda hivyo. Hivi vitu haviwezi kwenda hivyo. Yaani maisha sio unavyopanga wewe. It cannot work like that. So that's the whole mindset thing, that we always try to set systems, but we have to correct the mindset. If we have a very analyzed mind, if we can always analyze our minds and see how broad, what is brought forward is important, we can see that. Because whether we like it or not, young people are very rebellious. These people, you tell them do not. I think it's like you've told them, do it better than I thought you could have done it before. Do it multiple times, do it 100 times, 1,000,000 times. That's what they do. You have people right here. I see a lot of Facebook faces, and then you move outside, there's a lot of TikTok faces. And then you have Facebook faces telling the TikTok people, you people do this thing called a TikTok, what is that thing? And then they just disconnect from that whole thing. I think we just have to correct that in order for me to even stand up here and tell you how we're going to unleash the potentials of this youth. We have to listen to actually understand and not listen to dismiss, because now we have this whole mindset of, we gave them an opportunity and we heard them and then they left. We just didn't do anything about it. We will do these events all the way until we are going to be on my funeral, doing my eulogy and saying, yeah, he spoke to that event about, moving forward, AI, and he's still here, we are still AD, not even I yet. It's not going to move forward. We correct the mindset and then we can move forward, because now you have the mindset to understand why I'm even standing here to tell you what I'm telling you. Thank you. I hope you even understood that.